Welcome again to the weekly highlight show as we enter match week 8 of the Meiji Yasuda J1 100-Year Vision League. The cherry blossoms have started to appear in Tokyo, just as the city's two top-flight clubs prepared for their derby. We'll see which side of the capital bloomed brightest on the pitch. There was also a Kanagawa derby this weekend, another unmissable clash of two big local rivals. Gamba Osaka and Kashima Antlers topped the respective West and East League tables as we entered the weekend. And both were looking to avoid upsets against opponents struggling near the bottom. We kick things off with what is fast becoming a J-League staple, a Kokuritsu Day at MUFG Stadium. Japan's spiritual home of football played host to a Kanagawa derby, as Kawasaki Frontale took on Yokohama F Marinos. The latter opened the scoring in the 30th minute, from a move that started with their goalkeeper Ryoya Kimura. From Daiya Tono to Jordi Crooks with a one-touch flick, and finally Kaina Tanimura rounded things off with a clinical finish. Fantastic flowing football from F Marinos. The lead was doubled 8 minutes into the second half. A long goal kick was flicked on by Jun Amano for Tanimura to find Crooks on the left, by which stage Amano had arrived at the far post. An immediate impact from the half-time substitute. Amano was on the mark again just 9 minutes later, in yet another attack that began with the F Marinos goalkeeper. Amano then received the ball from Tanimura before looping it into the far corner of the net. A beautiful trajectory on the shot, and F Marinos celebrated their third. Frontale tried to hit back with a corner in the 69th minute, producing this volley from Akihiro Ienaga. But Tanimura, who opened the scoring, now saved his team at the other end. 3 minutes later and F Marinos had their fourth. Another kick from the goalkeeper Kimura found Tanimura to turn, run through and shoot. Yuri Araujo was there to pounce on the rebound. F Marinos weren't done yet. On 78 minutes it was Jason Quinones who rose highest to head in from a corner. A staggering 5-0 at the final whistle. Yokohama F Marinos emphatically claimed the bragging rights with a dominant victory in the Kanagawa derby. Next up, a clash between two capital rivals who share the same home stadium. It's the Tokyo derby, Tokyo Verdy versus FC Tokyo. After a goalless first half, FC Tokyo earned a free kick from a dangerous position in the 52nd minute. The Japan international Ryunosuke Sato sent in a curling effort which narrowly failed to find the target. 7 minutes later and FC Tokyo had another chance, this time on the counter. But they were thwarted by some great defending by Daiki Fukazawa. Almost immediately afterwards it was Verdy who had a chance of their own. Itsuki Someno lost possession initially, but gained it right back to cross, with the loose ball falling to Rei Hirakawa. But Kim Seung-gyu was there with a fantastic save to keep the game level. FC Tokyo thought they had finally broken the deadlock in the 78th minute, when good wing play from Kento Hashimoto led to this finish from Fuki Yamada. But the flag was up, and the goal ruled out for offside. Still goalless at 90 minutes, the game headed to a penalty shootout, and it was the Verdy goalkeeper Yuya Nagasawa who ended up the hero, reading the first FC Tokyo spot kick perfectly and going on to save the third as well. Verdy converted every one of theirs to emerge victorious in the Tokyo derby. Shimizu S-Pulse were on the hunt for a third straight win, and ideally within 90 minutes this time. Sanfrecce Hiroshima were hoping to avoid back-to-back defeats. In the 19th minute, Koya Kitagawa cut inside and fired away a shot which was spilled by the Sanfrecce goalkeeper, and Yutaka Yoshida was there for the rebound. S-Pulse had the lead, and for Yoshida, it was his first goal in 5 long years. Just 2 minutes later, Oh Se-hun went on the press, with fantastic results. A third goal of the season for the S-Pulse striker. A third goal of this match came on 65 minutes, when Kapishaba's cross was met by Kitagawa. His second of the campaign gave Espol's a commanding 3-0 lead. Sanfrecce did get one back in the 84th minute, when Taishi Matsumoto sent in a pinpoint cross for Ryo German. German's third goal of the season gave the visitors some hope. But the closest Sanfrecce would get to another was this header in added time from Kosuke Kinoshita. 3-1 to Shimizu Espols. 3 straight wins now, but only their second in 90 minutes all season. 2 straight losses for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Back in the east, Kashiwa Reysol and Mito Hollyhock were both looking to build upon midweek wins. The away side went on the attack in the 11th minute as Hayata Yamamoto broke away down the left wing, but his cross couldn't quite find a Hollyhock teammate. It was Reysol who opened the scoring 4 minutes later, Nobuteru Nakagawa unleashing a terrific strike from all of 30 yards. In off the crossbar, an incredible flat trajectory that seemed to defy the laws of gravity. Reysol doubled their lead just after the half-hour mark. Tojiro Kubo's cross from the right took a deflection off the defender and straight into the Hollyhock net. Shortly before the hour, Hollyhock's Yoshiki Torikai tried to take matters into his own hands. His spectacular attempt whistled just wide of the post. And it was Reysol who made it 3 in the 83rd minute. Yoshio Koizumi floated in the cross for Yusuke Segawa to score with the volley. That's the 4th of the season for Segawa, to put the win beyond doubt. 3-0 to Kashiwa Reysol and back-to-back victories, but this time they've won all 3 points in 90 minutes for the first time in 4 matches. Next up, a historic clash between 2 of the J-League's original 10 clubs, meeting for the first time in 17 years. Kashima Antlers led the way in the east as they played host to 10th place Jeff United Chiba. 3 minutes into the game and Jeff had a corner kick, which quickly turned into a counter-attack for Antlers. Elbert carved something of a lone furrow as he broke away, but ended up going all the way to give the home side the lead. A superb first goal of the season for the Brazilian winger. Jeff's best chance of the first half came in added time, when Nagoya connected with a powerful header. Antlers looked to double their lead 8 minutes into the second half, when Yuma Suzuki found Ryotaro Araki. Brilliant link-up play, but they couldn't quite find the target. Jeff were more fortunate when they attacked from a throw in the 70th minute, working it to the far side for Zane Isaka to let fly, an equaliser for the visitors, and Isaka's first goal of the season. Pegged back to 1 apiece, Antlers looked for a quick response. A lightning-fast break ended with a chance for Leo Seara, but the Jeff defence stood firm to keep the scores level. The league leaders weren't settling for a draw, however, and got their breakthrough on 84 minutes. Naomichi Ueda rising for the header to make the score 2-1. This was how things stayed, as Kashima Antlers saw the game out by the corner flag to seal a 7th straight win. Jeff battled hard, but defeat to their original 10 rivals makes it 3 losses in a row now for them. Finally, Avispa Fukuoka were on a 6-match losing streak in the West, going into their home game against the league leaders Gamba Osaka. 10 minutes in and Gamba won the ball deep in their defensive line. Issam Jabali looked up and picked the pass for Denis Humet. An early lead for Gamba, and 2 goals in 2 games now for Humet, taking his tally for the season to 5. But Avispa hit back 11 minutes later. A rally of action inside the box before the ball was eventually tucked home by Yuma Tsujioka. One to remember, a first ever goal in J1 for Tsujioka. Gamba reclaimed the lead just before the interval, when a long ball from the back found its way to the grateful feet of Welton. The Brazilian made no mistake, profiting from the goalkeeper's spill to roll the ball home. Avispa had a golden chance to equalise with a penalty on 81 minutes, only to be denied by Masaaki Higashiguchi. Gamba seemed set for victory, with the score still 2-1 going into added time at the end of the second half. But when Nassim Ben Khalifa kept the play alive, Tsujioka was on hand to score again. 2-2, and the drama just went on and on, to a J-League record 15 takers per side in the penalty shootout. Tepeoka scored for the hosts, before Jabali saw his kick saved by Yuma Obata. Finally, a first win since opening day for Avispa Fukuoka. It was the members of the J-League's original 10 who blossomed in the Tokyo and Kanagawa derbies this weekend, with victories for Tokyo Verdy and Yokohama F Marinos. Now let's take a look at the provisional standings, where Kashima Antlers continue to dominate in the east. Their winning run has extended the points gap even further. Moving over to the west, where Kyoto's Sanga have now overtaken Gamba Osaka to claim the top spot. But the table here remains incredibly tight. It's still anyone's game after match week 8. That's all for this time. From me, Ben Mabley, and the rest of the team, thanks for watching, and we hope you join us again next time. Bye for now.